All right, the next activity in Unit 5, Lesson 4, we are going to identify key features from a graph in a table. We did this in the previous lesson with exponential growth functions, so now we're just looking at it from exponential decay. So our initial value, if you remember from the last lesson, that's when the x value is 0. So our initial value in the table is going to be 8. To find the growth factor, with decay, I think this is a little more challenging than growth. You're looking for the number that you multiply to get the next number. So the question is, I'm going to start with 8. 8 times what equals 2? If you solve this, you would divide by 8. So x equals 2 over 8, or 1/4, if you use a calculator to simplify that. This is your growth factor, which means we're dividing by 4 or multiplying by 1/4. So then you can write your equation. We start at 8, we multiply by 1/4 to the x. Okay, let's try this from a graph. So same idea, the initial value is when x is 0. And x is 0 right here. So our initial value is the y value, so the 4. To get our growth factor, we're going to ask ourselves 4 times what equals 2. We start at 4. The next number to the right is 2. To solve this, we would divide by 4. So we get x equals 1/2. Again, you can use Desmos to get this reduced fraction. So that's our growth factor. Then when we write our equation, we would have 4 times 1/2 to the x. So hopefully this feels familiar from the previous lesson. We're just looking at functions that decrease over time instead of increase. So for your check your understanding, you're going to do the same thing from a graph in a table, identifying key features. And then you have one modeling word problem where you're going to fill out the table, write an equation, and then use that to find another value. If you have any questions, let me know.